News today that Nathan Wade is going to have to testify, assuming he will, before the House of Representatives. Because you see, people are kind of wondering just exactly how this all went down, that he was making so much money going after Donald Trump. A lot of people wonder whether there was some other sort of fraudulent things, like maybe he was getting paid so much money by Fani Willis because she was skimming a little off the top. It's a question worth asking. He wants you to think that their relationship began on the job, and that's just fine, right? Like normal as apple pie. He literally said that. By the way, he said it on ABC's Good Morning America, which is kind of sort of a little bit funny because I do believe that their two main anchors were fired because they had something going on the side while they were at work. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point is, he wants you to think that they had a romance on the job. And I think what Congress is going to start asking about, because it's sort of been, dare I say, sort of proven, the allegation is that they had a relationship that began before he became the prosecutor for Donald Trump in Fulton County, before his girlfriend employed him. And the reason we think that is because there were like thousands of text messages back and forth to them, as well as multiple visits to her condo. I mean, like I said, I thought that was one hell of a job interview process, or, we weren't born yesterday. Anyway, so once Congress tries to get to the bottom of this, they may try and follow this money trail. I'm advising a really good forensic accountant. He wants you to think he's trying to put forward this distraction of workplace romance, when in fact, I think the romance probably started before she hired him, which is part of the problem. Believe it or not, it's an even bigger problem. Here he is selling his tune, doing his little tap dance on Good Morning America. Watch.
Workplace romances are as American as apple pie. It happens to everyone. But it happened to the two of us.
Do you regret
that thing? I regret that private matter became the focal point of this very important prosecution. This is a very important case. I hate that my personal life has begun to overshadow the true issues in the case.
The relationship created a whirlwind of distraction from the indictment of former President Trump and 18 others for alleged election interference.
Okay, et cetera, and you know the rest, so we won't need to bother with the rest of the ABC News report. But the point being that he wants you to think that this all started on the job. And I suspect there's a whole lot more to this story. And if someone starts trying to track down where the money went, well, you might actually find something that you probably, or at least Fani, doesn't want you to find. I mean, her dad's out saying, no, don't ask her. She carries cash. She deals in cash. She deals cash. And it's a black thing. I mean, he literally said that. He said it's a black thing. So in other words, don't even dare go there. Don't ask her about her accounting because she's dealing only in cash. My gosh. And then she's out there saying, well, I make mistakes. Black women make mistakes. So again, trying to focus on race here. Everything's normal. Don't go after me. Watch her. Again, we may be having a bit of a technical difficulty there, so we'll go back to that.
But anyway,
really it is very clear. Here we go.
And I am an imperfect human being, but I can literally feel the people who loves me's prayers. If just every now and again you'll throw my name in a prayer, God hears his children. I would very much appreciate that. So I thank you for this honor today, because it is an honor worth having when it comes from a group of people such as the people that worship here. So thank you.
Yeah. So she's getting a big award too. I mean, like, they're doubling down. We love our Fani Willis. Oh my gosh. Anyway, she's already said that she would not appear before local lawmakers, the GOP locally there in Georgia, should they subpoena her. So I don't know what's going to happen. She gets subpoenaed before the U.S. House of Representatives. But the good news is guess what? We're going to get a little preview because Nathan has been subpoenaed. And that fully explains why he was out there on Good Morning America this week, singing his little sob story, trying to distract. I think that there's a lot there. I suspect ultimately her whole team's going to be done. She's going to be fired. The whole team's going to be gone. And they're going to find there's a lot more there than anyone originally thought could be. I have a lot to get to on the president of the United States and the lies that he's spinning on our country. It's just mind-blowing what he just said. Before I do, a shout out to our friends over at American Hartford Gold. I promised you the president of the company would be on the show. He is coming. We're counting the days down. He's going to be here to talk a little bit more about gold and why he believes it's moving higher. I can tell you that I personally think it's a wonderful diversification tool. It's a wonderful, wonderful diversification tool that really I think everybody should take a look at, because you know what? It's not easy investing these days. It's not easy to make sure that you cover your bases, especially in an environment, of course, when you have higher and higher loads of debt. I was looking at the debt to GDP ratio recently, and I was stunned. I mean, and this is something that's projected to just continually get worse. Well, how do you fight that as an investor? How do you think about that? How do you navigate it? One way to do that, and we talk about it at 76 Research, of course, is through gold, the investment in physical gold. I encourage you to give them a call. The information is in the write-up. It's in the show notes, so you can see that, but I'm going to give it to you here as well. 1-844-495-1115. That's our number. You can just use my name, Trish, because this is actually going to get you up to $15,000. You heard that right, in silver. Up to $15,000 in silver if you use my name, Trish. So you can give them a call. You can click on the link there in the description of the show, or you can text them. Just text Trish to 65532. Text Trish to 65532 and find out about that $15,000, up to $15,000 that you can get in gold. Because I'll tell you, this president, he's just going to print, and he's hoping that the Fed is going to lower rates so they print some more. Great, right? And that's just wonderful for the U.S. dollar.